Hello, my name is Jamie Santos, and I'm going to be talking today about Adam Rubin, who is, if you don't already know, a children's author. In my opinion, he's one of the best. I think he's incredibly funny, brilliant, witty, creative, and I really recommend his books to everyone that I come across. My son, who's 3, loves his books. Some of his well-known works are Dragons Love Tacos, my personal favorite, Dragons Love Tacos 2, Robo Sauce, and El Chupacabras. So to start, I actually have a couple copies, one copy of Dragons Love Tacos and then a copy of Dragon Love Tacos 2. The other ones that I've read, I actually got from the library, and I don't have those on hand anymore. Unfortunately, with coronavirus, I wasn't able to get those. I did order El Chupacabras, which I'm really excited for because it won the 2018 Blue Bonnet Award, and all the proceeds from that book actually go to the Hispanic Foundation, which I just think is really great. So that book is on its way, but unfortunately didn't come in time for this assignment. But I can start off with Dragons Love Tacos because that is my personal favorite, as I said. So I will go ahead and I'm going to read a little bit of this just so you can get a taste of just how funny and witty that these books are. So this is what the illustrations look like. Just really quirky, kind of goofy. The illustrations were by Daniel Salmeri, I think is how you pronounce it. And he actually illustrates most of Adam Rubin's books. So here we go. Dragons love parties. They like costume parties and pool parties. They like big, gigantic parties with accordions. And tiny little parties with charades. Why do dragons love parties? Maybe it's the conversation. Maybe it's the dancing. Maybe it's the comforting sound of a good friend's laughter. The only thing dragons love more than parties or tacos is taco parties. Taco parties are parties with lots of tacos. If you want to have some dragons over for a taco party, you'll need buckets of tacos, pant loads of tacos. The best way to judge is to get a boat and fill the boat with tacos. That's about how many tacos dragons need for a taco party. After all, dragons love tacos. So as you can see, it kind of starts off with the reader who, in our case, is actually our son, who's 3. I mean, we read it to him, but in his mind, they're talking to him. Hey, kid, that's him. And that's how the book actually starts off, is by saying, hey, kid. It gets your attention. So the kid is imagining in their mind how they're going to plan this party. They need pant loads of tacos, bucket loads of tacos. It's really fun. Then fast forward just a little bit, and we can see how the taco party's going. These dragons love your taco party. They love the music. They love the decorations. They especially love the tacos. Congratulations. Here they are all enjoying the taco party. Little dragon in the back says, I heart tacos. Now here's where things get good. It's a good thing you got rid of all that spicy. Wait a second. What are those little green things in the salsa? You didn't read the fine print? Totally mild salsa. Now with spicy jalapeno peppers. And as you know, dragons cannot have spicy salsa. Makes their bellies rumble. And dragons they can shoot fire. So they make a bit of a mess of things, and then you can see how they do or don't clean it up. But you'll have to read the book to learn what happens. And then I have Dragons Love Tacos 2. And this book is pretty much about what happens when there are 0 tacos left in the world. Obviously, dragons love tacos, so this is like extremely devastating. So they decide to take a time machine and go back in time to the taco party where there's plenty of tacos to try to solve this issue a little bit. And I think that, one of the reasons I really like these books so much is they break the fourth wall, like I said, but also Adam Rubin, he uses a lot of really short sentences that are just kind of like quick to the point. They get your attention. They're really funny. And here's an example of that. But now there are no more tacos. None. Nada. Nil. If only we could somehow go back in time to our delicious taco party. Go back in time to our delicious taco party before the spicy salsa, of course. We could save a handful of tacos, plant them in the ground, and grow taco trees, so we never run out of tacos again. The dragons would be so happy. And then I will fast forward to where the time machine comes into place. Give the dial a twist. We'll have to go a bit further back this time, before the dragons eat any spicy salsa. Ready, set. We may have gone a bit too far back. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And here they are, obviously not at the taco party. And so they tried a few more times. Things get out of hand. It's extremely funny. I do encourage you to read it, or if you have a little one in your life, you know, a son, a daughter, a niece, nephew, or if you're a librarian yourself, I really do recommend these books. I just think they're so funny. So to just go down the list of a couple other ones, we have Robo Sauce, which pretty much is the story. It tells the story of what life would be like if there could be a sauce that turned normal everyday humans into people. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had to pause it for a moment because my son is extremely tired and keeps interrupting, but he will be able to read these books with me before he has naps, so he has something to look forward to. So I believe I was talking about Robo Sauce. Basically, it tells a story of what it would be like if there was a sauce that turned boring, normal people into super cool robots. And so Robo Sauce is exactly that story. And then El Chupacabras, which is the one that we're waiting for to come in the mail, we're really excited for. It shows how a young girl named Carla handles a situation when chupacabras keep flattening her goats. And this one's really popular, and I didn't actually know about this until recently when I was actually researching about him. And it came up, and I realized that a lot of critics are talking about this book, and people are really interested in it. So I decided to go ahead and order it. So I'll have to do an assignment on that in the future. So we're really excited for that. So just to talk a little bit more about who Adam is, he used to live in Barcelona. He now lives in New York City. If you look research up on him, I promise you will not be bored because he's just funny. Like, all of the information that's out there on him is really witty and hysterical, just as he is. So he used to live in Barcelona, like I said. He now lives in New York City. It says that he eats a lot of New York City pizza, which I grew up in New York, so I can really resonate with that. New York City pizza is absolutely the best. He also loves fried chicken. He collects board games and what was it? Board games and puzzles, which is just kind of a silly little tidbit of information that he gives out. If you go to the website, excuse my language, but it's whatthehell.com, and gives a brief description of like who he is, and he's giving the description. It's his website, and at the very end there's a link to go to a YouTube video to watch him and his two friends. They actually win a Japanese laughing contest, which is just funny. I watched it and I was like, this is just so silly. You can tell that he's a children's author because he just his mind is just full of creative, funny ideas. His laugh itself is hysterical. It's like high pitched, and it's just I was laughing watching it because of how awesome his laugh was. So when you're thinking of a children's author and you think about and you can see how funny he is and how he likes to laugh himself, it kind of makes the books even better. And I think that's part of the reason people like his books so much, is it's not just the books, it's also the author behind it. It says that in research that I found, Adam is inspired by pop-up books like ABCD or ABC 3D by Marion Battelle and Bruno Marian's work. He's also very inspired by European picture books. And I just really encourage everyone to read these books. They're just so fun. I've also emailed him back when I was planning this birthday party for my son in September 2019. I reached out to him and asked him about a costume. And pretty much his response was the best thing ever. He says, "I have terrible news. There's only one such dragon costume in existence, and if the publisher won't lend it to me for my birthday party, I doubt they will agree to lend it to you for your son's. That said, I applaud your taste in celebration and wish your son a rollicking festivity. Please tell your son I said a happy birthday and have fun out there." So just to close this off, I think that He as a person is just really fun. He's really kind, creative, imaginative, and his books are that too. So I would check it out if I were you.